Welcome to the show, everybody. It's Chances Are, and chances are you're going to have a good old time. And by the way, this is our first episode on video. We're finally going to be on YouTube, but if you just wanted to check out all the other episodes prior to that, yes, Carlos?
Yes, this is very awkward to me.
You didn't know we were on camera?
I don't know. I have no idea. Where do I look? Oh, there. Okay, let's go.
Right, if you want to catch all the episodes prior to this one, you can do so on Spotify. We will leave the link on the post itself. Carlos.
And if you haven't followed us on Facebook, we're also there. Chances Are Pod. Same thing for Instagram and for Twitter. Today, there's a whole lot to unwrap. And yes, I'm really distracted by the camera. And things are going to get, I don't know, a bit spicy today. What do you think? What do you think it's going to be spicy?
I think it's going to be a very polarizing issue, polarizing topic. You can either love us or hate us. There might be no in-between, but that's fine because what you want, all that smoke.
All that smoke. So, given what we've been talking about since these past few episodes, it mostly circled around this thing we like to call toxicity, and everyone is really familiar with that kind of thing. It's to some, it's something they avoid. To others, something they openly embrace, and to people like me, it's something, it's part of my schedule every day. So, we're going to talk about something that people often overlook, and at the same time, just do willy-nilly without even knowing.
What's that?
What do you think about being woke?
The word itself? Woke? Do you mean like literally being awake, or like the overused word which so many people tend to drop on social media, in person? Basically saying that they have some sort of idea, some sort of theory, belief, practice, so much so that they also come off as really douchey. Just gotta put it out there.
Yes, Zach. That,
the second one?
Yes.
Great. But hey, yeah, for starters, we have all probably encountered people like that. They just come at you, man. You might be just having breakfast, or you might be eating a nice steak, and then somebody out of nowhere comes at you and says, "Hey, man, you're a little insensitive.
Careful, might spill the tea.
You should be more sensitive, man." Want to spill the tea?
Let's do it.
All right, man. For all you out there, you know what? Stop being too stuck up, would you say?
Stuck up, stop being too, well, it's really hard to say what is really in our hearts right now. So let's just, spill the tea as we go along. Diabolical. Anyway.
Back to the point, though. For anyone out there who has a certain opinion about things, let's just put it plain and simply. No one is above anybody else, okay? You don't have to put other people down. Because if you do, there's a nice little story for that. And the title goes like this: The Lion.
The Witch.
And the audacity of this bitch.
So, that being said, if you go online, you go on Twitter, as usual, I keep mentioning Twitter because it's the best place to go if you just want to be toxic. So, like you mentioned a while ago, people who feel that they are above everybody else. You could pick any random topic, any topic at all on Twitter. Any trending topic, go ahead. Click. You'll see someone from any part of the world, mostly, probably in your own backyard, who feels that they are above everyone else. It could be one of any given reason. They feel that they're morally superior.
Okay.
Intellectually superior.
Yeah, we've seen that.
Superior. I don't know.
See, the thing about that is that
Nice tea.
It doesn't really matter what the topic is. There's always going to be two sides to a coin, probably even more so. And there are always going to be people out there who think that their opinion is more, to what you were saying, more superior to anybody else's. And that's fine. That's fine if you think that your opinion is the one that matters. But the little douchey thing about that is, if you try to get somebody else to be on your team, to jump ship, over to your side of things because you can't force someone to believe in the same things you believe in overnight just because you told them to do so.
Actually, one thing about the internet that people sometimes forget, or oh, thank you very much. Don't spill the tea. Or yeah,
What do they forget?
spill the tea. One thing that people forget or often overlook is the notion, or no, the fact, that if there's anyone on the internet that you come across who has their own belief, their own thing that they hold on to, chances are you won't ever convince that person. No chance. Because that's what they believe in. That's the hill they're gonna die on. No matter what kind of hill it is,
Right.
no matter how small, they're gonna die on that hill.
Now, here
Nobody
on
can convince
Chances
that.
Are, here on the show, we like to be really neutral about things, and there's so many.
We do? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
we do.
there are so many polarizing topics out there that so many people just have to take a jab at. If you go online today, in the modern day and age that we live in, 2020, one of those hot topics is the pandemic itself, COVID-19.
Oh yeah.
And in a lot of places, people still don't believe it exists. You know, like,
Surprise!
right.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh my
and
goodness.
I'm gonna put ourselves out there, or rather myself. You know, obviously we have a reason to believe in it, and we've seen the numbers, and we believe that the entire disease or sickness exists, and we'd much rather not take as many risks. But hey, you know what? If you don't believe in it, that's fine. I don't know if you're still in denial or if you're just plain stupid, but that's fine.
Yeah, we've seen it happen.
We can't make you believe.
Way
You can't
too many
make other
times.
people believe in the same things that you say just because.
At this point, at this late into 2020, the best year ever, by the way, I still can't understand why there are people who, in spite of seeing it happen every day, can't really grasp the idea of it being a thing.
Right, because, people don't want to put a piece of cloth on their face because it violates my rights.
My civil liberties, oh my goodness.
No one's violating your rights, and about 85% of the world doesn't even want to see your face.
Oh, that's true. Even I don't want to see my face sometimes. But that's beside the point.
That's beside the point.
The thing is, if you are willing to put those certain civil liberties, what? Civil liberties.
Easy on the T, bro. There might be something
Before-
else in here.
Problem. If you're willing to put those particular things before your health, the health of your family, your friends, because wearing a mask, that's not just for you. That's for everybody.
Right, and relating that to the issue at hand, a good professor of mine actually once said, your right to something stops when you trample on other people's rights to do the same exact thing.
This is a different professor, right? Not the guy who...
No, not,
alright,
not the
okay.
one you're thinking of. Inside joke.
Okay, not that guy. Okay, sorry.
Bro.
Alright.
Bro.
But that's true. That's true. Once you deprive someone of something else, it becomes really, really bad. And we don't want that to happen.
Let
It's horrible.
me paint a picture for everyone out there, man, and we're trying to be as neutral as we can be. Of course, that's the entire theme of the show. But you ever come across those people who?
Are we dialing things down a bit?
No, we're turning it up.
Oh, okay. Because we went from like pandemic to But please proceed.
No, just a really valid example.
Okay.
Difference between people who eat meat and vegans.
Oh.
It's just a
That's
really valid example.
That's a huge can
we're
we're
not-
not to open, but let's do it.
We're not throwing shade at anybody.
Let's open that can.
Yeah, but you know how you have certain friends,
Mm-hmm.
and there are reasons why you guys are friends, all right? Despite the fact that you may have different beliefs,
True.
you may have different religions.
Mhm.
For this particular example, your practices.
Mhm.
One of your friends may be vegan, you might eat meat, you might like your steaks, and that's fine. But really the part which gets on a lot of people's nerves is going up to someone straight up when they're doing what they do, and then you just tell them, yeah, no, see, you're doing it wrong. You're wrong because ... and you shouldn't be doing so. You should be doing the same thing as me. Well, who made you king or queen, and said that you could dictate what other people believe or practice?
Okay, that's a very funny example. No, I mean not funny in a way that it's wrong, but more like an amusing example because lately there's been the same thing happening in my circles as well. Of course, Zach, you love to play your Apex Legends and all that.
I do.
And we all like to play our Memorpagas and role-playing games. So, of course, when you're a beginner, your tendency is to gravitate towards particular groups that, of course, that cater to that kind of game. And people talk about that game. They give advice. They teach others about it. So it's really nice because you get to learn different things.
Right.
Okay. So one thing that I noticed in several of these groups is that for this particular kind of game, it's not a game that you can play in a certain style alone. There are different ways to enjoy this kind of game.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't know why I'm not mentioning it. It's Genshin Impact, okay? So whatever. Anyway, the thing is, there are some people who have this belief that this is the way you should play the game. Any other way you play it is wrong.
Okay. Quick comment.
Mm-hmm.
It's a game. Isn't the whole point of playing said game to have fun?
I will agree, though. There are ways to play it more efficiently.
You mean like competitively?
No, it's Genshin Impact. No one can beat there.
Oh, okay.
It's super chill,
Right,
man.
right.
That's the reason why it's kind of something to talk about, because it's a super chill game you can play at your own pace during any time of the day for any certain amount of time, and still some people are trying to pigeonhole the game into a particular process where this is the right way to play, and that doesn't really sit well with me. So these certain people, of course, they're not really good at it. So.
Right.
It's funny because these people who claim to know how this game should be played are the people who basically don't know shit about the game. So it's funny. So most of the comments there, it's really funny because no one really takes the side of these people. They're the ones who post these things like, "Hey, this is not the right way to play the game. You should do this. And then go like this, dapat ganito." And then people are gonna be commenting on it saying, "Who you po? Do you stream? Anong level mo na?" So it's good that people are actually seeing the game as it is, an outlet.
I'm gonna one up you on that.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna one up you on the
What's
on
he,
all
please?
of these
All right, go ahead.
examples and jump right into it. Something that's very common nowadays. And
Are you bringing all the smoke?
yes, I will.
Let's do it.
Bigotry is not dead.
Wow. The worms, they just keep crawling out. Let's do it. Go ahead. Pray tell.
Bigotry is not dead, bro.
Okay, go ahead.
No matter what religion you may follow, there's always going to be a couple of people there who take it really seriously. Or rather, more seriously than everybody else.
Ooh, okay.
And they will be up in your face about things. Oh, you don't believe in our Lord? I don't know, man. Looks like you're damned for life. Come on. Really, even someone from your own practice, your own religion? Bro,
I know that
ain't it, Chief.
that's a certain concern, actually, because in my belief, like regardless of the religion, it's all about unity, coming together,
Right.
kindness, compassion, service to whichever
Whichever deity.
omnipotent deity you follow. It's all about that. It's about coming together and showing love for one another in any particular way you can.
And to
So,
your point,
yes.
isn't it?
Yeah, so once like the people in that same circle start attacking you, oh, really? Really? Like, you don't go to church every Sunday. What is wrong with you? A lot of things are wrong with me, but let's start with you first.
Isn't the whole idea of practicing a certain religion or having a certain idea, isn't the whole basis for having that just to do good, practice whatever is more beneficial for the greater good because you guys all want to be saved?
Well, that's what's in the press release. I don't know what other people are thinking, though. You know, it's like most things on the internet anyway. It's open for interpretation.
People like to twist things just so it suits their agenda.
Oh my goodness, yes, that's true. Speaking of, you know what? I don't know if we're dialing this down or if we're cranking it up when I talk about this, but are you aware of the whole concept of false moral purities?
Do tell.
Okay. I've noticed something nowadays. It doesn't have to be online, but it's mostly online. I'm not doing this for clout is the new I'm fine. It's the most widespread used phrase nowadays. Biggest lie ever.
Oh yeah. It's a big joke. Oh, you think you're funny?
The thing is,
Bruh.
lately, the whole toxicity has hit a different kind of high. And the whole concept of being woke,
Okay.
I embrace that idea. Being self-aware, being socially aware, being wary of what's happening around you, you want that kind of thing. Especially now, where everything's so fast-paced, everything's happening like this.
There's so much happening in the world.
You don't have to go to a library to find out stuff. You just Google it. It's nice to have a very strong head on your shoulders. To be able to think on your feet. It's good. But the thing is, people take it to a different, different dimension.
Okay.
By using it for their own agenda. Like I said a while ago.
Yeah.
Own personal agenda. Like canceling other people. For the sake of being woke. For the sake of the greater good. Supposedly.
Okay, now you actually support the entire being woke movement?
I support being aware and wary of everything.
Okay.
Because if you're not, why are you even here?
Just for the benefit of everyone out there, all the listeners, everyone watching this, and to be very neutral, again, as we've mentioned, okay, so let's say that you believe in it, right? I will be taking the other side on this and say, it's a little, the word itself, the term, is a little too overused nowadays.
It's a little passé, right?
It's a little overused. It's overcooked. Man, that thing is no longer medium. It's no longer well done. That thing
it's charcoal. It's charcoal now.
That thing is dark, bro.
Yeah, I do see where you're coming from, though. You're meaning to say the whole concept of being woke, like in 2020.
Yeah.
All right, because the term woke, it's just like the term SJW, like social justice warrior. Like, okay, think about it. Being a warrior for for supporting social justice, like in the grand scheme of things, it's fine.
Right.
You can do that.
Okay.
But if you become more like an extremist to it, if you take it way too seriously, what do you think about that? It's just like being woke. Being woke in 2020, it's like you wake up every morning. Oh, it's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. The coffee's brewing.
Right.
What can I get mad at today on Twitter? Let me just check all the trending topics.
So somebody approached me one time, spilling a lot of tea about a particular side, and this could be any side of the same coin.
Yeah.
Any particular issue. And at that point in time, I straight up said, I'm very neutral about things. I have my own set of beliefs, but I'd rather not talk about that with you or anybody else because to be very honest, to be very candid about things, even if you say something, there's always somebody who's not going to sit well with that. They're always going to be like,
yeah,
you're either with us or you're against us.
The thing about that is, here's the thing. I also believe that no one is completely neutral in their hearts.
Right.
Some people are, for the sake of convenience. They don't want to be attacked. They don't want to be in any kind of conflict. I understand that. You do you. That's none of my business.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna sit here and believe that no one is, anyone is just completely on the middle. Now, the thing is, it's fine to be critical of both sides.
Yeah.
Because no one side is perfect.
Yeah, nothing is ever going to get better if you don't if you're just a yes man, like what we said in our last episode.
You need to be critical about everything. That's why we go back to being woke. Being woke means being critical as well.
I'm saying both sides are very.
If you know
of any issue, they're very.
If you notice, like people who claim to be woke, people who have all these hot takes on the internet, what do you think fuels these hot takes? You think facts, logic, and proper research? Hell no! It's the feelings, man! Because they feel strongly about something. They feel that this thing offends them. They want to cancel it.
Yeah, that's actually
Do you think that these people who find a certain thing offensive actually dug up the origin of this thing? They actually read up on where it came from? Who propagated it? Who made it popular? You think they did that? Of course not. That's way too much time for someone who has so much to do on Twitter.
Well, for the benefit of the doubt of other people who may have done said research on either side.
Yeah, maybe on Wikipedia.
Maybe they know a thing or two because they've actually done it. So we'll recognize effort.
Yeah, benefit of the doubt.
Benefit of the doubt, exactly.
Right. But you're right. I never generalized. What I'm saying is most people that you will see online, when they have this long thread of whatever offends them, usually it's a basis of emotion. It's something that, actually, the funny thing is, usually they're not really hurt.
It just triggers you.
Not even triggered. Sometimes it's for the clout.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
The funny thing is, like, a lot of people that I see who are crusaders of a particular thing they believe in. I don't think they even believe in it. But the thing is, they posted this one thing on a Saturday while they were watching TV. I don't know what they were doing.
Right.
And suddenly, this post, 2,000 likes? I'm gonna keep doing that.
You're gonna keep milking that?
I'm gonna keep milking that.
That is toxic. Did y'all heard that? That is pretty toxic, man.
But like I said again, not generalizing. I know a few who would fight till death to protect what they believe in.
You gonna drop their names?
Of course not. Why? The thing is, no. It's a good thing.
Right.
No.
If
I can remember anyone who does the opposite, maybe. But the thing is, I admire the people who really believe in what they say. Because, first of all, it gives them another layer of credibility.
Right.
Plus, it gives you faith in humanity that, hey, not everyone's just doing it for 15 minutes of fame. Oh, sorry, 15 seconds. Not everyone's doing it for the clout. There are people who actually want change to happen.
Yeah, and to your point, much respect to everyone who actually, regardless of whatever side you're on, and you actually have your facts in check, if you can converse with other people in a very constructive manner instead of just degrading them, instead of just stepping on other people's toes, that would be great. That's like a meme, man. You know what? That would be great. That would be
the thing is
great.
The solution to almost every problem that arises nowadays in this kind of context is proper discourse, proper communication. The openness to talk about something is the first step towards coming towards a solution. So the moment you are open to exchange ideas with someone else, you've already become part of the solution. The moment you block out anyone else from any ideas that they might want to share, you've worsened the whole problem. You should probably just go home.
Yeah.
Because, I can't stress enough how helpful it is to talk about what's on your mind, what you feel.
Yeah.
It'll help other people understand. Sure, there are people who don't care about those things, who just wanna parade around with what they want to talk about, but not everyone's like that.
And as a fellow human being, everybody has a right to express their own opinion, express their own chain of thought.
Definitely.
And we may not agree on the same thing, but one thing's for sure, I will protect your right as another human being to be able to think a particular way, to be able to see things in a certain way. Because you're your own person. We're not built the same. You may think a certain way. I may see things differently, but that's fine. We can agree to disagree, and at the same time, we can still be friends.
Yeah, Zach and I, we're gonna throw hands for your right to express what's on your mind.
And by the way,
Are we really? Yeah, are we gonna resort to violence?
it's just a phrase, man. But
know,
we
I
do
know.
want all that smoke. Okay, love, hate, anything else that you may want to share with us. We're open to receiving all sorts of criticism online, in person. By the way, check us out there too, at Chances Are Pod, all across social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're also on the Republicast Spotify account. And now we're also on YouTube.
Yes, and the thing is, of course, this is our first episode ever with audio and video. So chances are it was kind of awkward to look at. You feel free to just alt-tab that, but still keep listening. Moving forward, hopefully things will be a bit more natural to us, because, not really used to being on video. But this is nice. We'll continue doing our best. If you have any suggestions on any other props we should bring that are hidden in the first half and suddenly appear, feel free to tell us all about it. Leave comments. Any constructive or destructive criticism is nice. It's part of the internet. It's how things are.
That's true. And if you like the video, make sure to like it. If you dislike it, dislike it as well.
We're actually saying it.
Consider subscribing to the
Smash
channel.
the like button
Consider subscribing to the channel
for
if you're
more
new.
quality content.
It helps us out a lot. And you know what? Start a conversation down in the comments. We would love to hear your thoughts on things.
Yeah.
Maybe it could even provide us with ideas for future episodes as well. Some things you may want us to talk about. Join in on the conversation. We're open books.
We
man.
promise we're not gonna delete any comments. Go ahead, be toxic. Do your thing.
Socially awkward, sexual chocolate. This is Chances Are. We will see you in the next one.
Let's get real. Talk truth. Talk truth. And let it all out. I'm Zach. I'm Carlos. We're speaking feelings. On Chances Are. On Republicast. Exclusively on FM1.